Today I'm going to teach you how to change oil on a G35. You're going to need a few items to start. So you're going to need a ratchet wrench to get the oil drain plug off. You're going to need something to hold the old oil. You're going to need a new oil filter. You're going to need the recommended oil for your car. You're going to need some oil filter removal tools and a funnel. So the first step to changing your oil is you want to come over here and find your oil cap. You're going to want to remove that off of it beforehand and keep it in a safe spot. Next, if you have the items, you're going to want to jack your car up on these. All right, so now I have my car lifted up onto jack stands. Now you're going to be able to remove the oil. All right, now that you're under the car, you're going to come look under and you're going to find this little nut right here, and this is going to be your oil pan nut that you're going to want to remove and drain out with this bucket right here. So you're going to screw the cap off and then take your wrench and take the nut off. All right, so you're going to take your ratchet and you're going to put it right there on your nut. All right, one thing about oil changes is when you're doing them, they are going to be very messy. So you gotta be super careful about trying not to get a ton of oil on your hands. Ooh, I did it and got no oil on my hands, which actually I'm extremely impressed by. All the times I've ever done it, I've gotten oil all down my arm and up my sleeve and went to school smelling like oil. So now what you're gonna do is you are just going to let that drain. You're gonna let that drain all the way out as much as it can. All right, and then after that, you're gonna take your oil filter out. So now you can see just that thin line of oil coming out. It's really hard to see, but you can see it. That means your engine is almost completely drained of oil. So next step is right up there. It's hard to see, but right there is your oil filter they're gonna need to remove. And that's gonna be a pain to get out. All right, so I moved the skid plate out of the way so you're gonna be able to see the oil filter a lot clearer. It's right here. And now the thing about these is that they are tight. So you can have two different types of tools. You can have a tool that looks like this that you just attach on, and it's too small, or it's too big. So you're gonna come over here. You're gonna grab this one, which you can actually, it's just like a normal wrench. You're just gonna, it's hard to do this one-handed. You're just gonna grab it like that and pull and twist. All right, now once you got it off, check if you get it okay. You can unscrew it just like so. There'll be a lot of oil that comes out. Just place that right in there. All right, now you're gonna let that all drain out as well with it. All right, now that is completely drained, or for the most part drained, you're gonna come over here. You're gonna grab your new oil filter, nice and shiny. You're gonna actually take, I didn't do that much. You're actually gonna take a bit of your old oil and you're gonna rub it right there on that rim. All right, and then you're gonna take it, you're gonna find something to wipe your hands with. Your hands aren't all oily. You're installing this now. And you can come right back up here, put it on, start screwing that thing in. You just want it hand tight. You don't want it super tight to where you're not gonna be able to get it off the next time, but you don't want it so loose to cause a leak. So then you're gonna want to wipe that down just for cleanliness. You're gonna want to wipe that down. That's still going on. That's fine for now. So you're gonna find your oil. All right, so you're gonna take your oil drain plug. You're just gonna screw it right back in. And that's okay that not all of it got in. It'll get diluted like crazy and it won't even make a difference. So normally you're supposed to change out. So if you see it on there, you can see that little ring right around it. That's a crush washer. Normally you're supposed to change that out, but I didn't have one, so it will be fine if I just reuse it. And then you're gonna want to grab your wrench. You want to grab a 14 out of the box and replace it. Alright, so now you're going to want to put it back under here. Find your drain plug. You want to make sure you're tightening it. Make sure that thing's tight in there so it won't leak. Alright. And then what you're gonna do, check it, wipe it down, make sure there's not much oil sitting everywhere. That's in there. Tight. This is good. Okay. And then you're gonna come up here, and then you're gonna find this, and you're gonna put your funnel right in there like that, and you're gonna fill it up. Okay, so I couldn't film this part because it's really hard to film while, or like doing it while filming. So this is already gonna be off, right? And then you're gonna take the large funnel, you're gonna stick it into it, and then you're gonna take the oil you had and fill it up. Fill it up about a quarter low, and then check your oil. And then you're gonna do that again. Just put in another quarter, put in half a quart, and then check it, and keep doing that until you're at about halfway on your dipstick. And that is how you change your oil on a G35.